How y'all feel out there? Do you feel good? I said, do you feel good? Come on.
The groove feel good when it make you move. Make your next move your best move. I said the groove feel good when it make you move. Make your next move your best move. It feel good, don't it? It feel good. It feel good cause you know it's good. Hey, it feel good, don't it? It feel good. It feel good cause you know it's good.
What's up, good people? Safari Tourist here again, bringing you the after-sold information absolutely free. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And if you have done so, we thank you. If you have not, please subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time we drop another video. So today, straight to the point, we are going to discuss about what happens when you fail the U.S. citizenship interview test. So if you've been living in the United States on green card and eventually you applied for your citizenship and maybe you've gone through the biometrics, they've taken your fingerprints, they've given you the little booklets to keep reading in regard to the civics and the test that you will face when the actual appointment comes. So what are the components of these tests? Number one, it comprises of the English part of it, and the other part comprises of the civics part. So the English test comprises of the ability to test the ability to speak, read, and write basic English. So let's start with a spoken portion of it. The spoken portion of it, the USCIS officer will test you on your ability to speak and understand English. And they have the jurisdiction to determine during that interview test whether you pass or not. So the officer will ask you your immigration application information and background. And the other thing, they will test your ability to speak and understand the basic English as a requirement. On the reading portion, you must read loud 1 out of 3 sentences correctly to demonstrate an ability to read in English. So, what will happen if you fail the reading part of your interview? If you have too many pauses when reading the sentence, if you speak many words in the sentence, if you do not read the sentence at all, or you make pronunciation errors and change the meaning of the sentence, then you will be deemed to have failed on the reading test. What will happen if you fail on the writing portion? The writing portion, you must write 1 out of 3 sentences correctly to demonstrate an ability to write in English. So if you fail in writing, it means you didn't write anything, or the officer cannot read what you wrote, or you write a completely different sentence than what the officer read to you. Remember, they will talk to you as you write. So that is how simple it looks. But with the diversity of languages, if you are not conversant with the English language, then you need to read and prepare properly. So let's go to the civics test part as the second portion of the interview for citizenship. Why do we have the civics test? It is there to test your knowledge of American history and politics. So the USCIS officer will ask you 10 out of 100 random test questions from the list of 100 civics test questions. Remember that booklet you'll be given, the blue little booklet, will have all these 100 test questions. So please, put some time and read it and understand it. So you must answer at least 6 questions out of the 10 civic questions asked to you correctly in order to pass. If you answer the first 6 civics questions correctly, then the immigration officer will stop there because you'll be deemed to have passed the test. The officer, remember this, cannot ask you more than 10 questions if you fail to answer correctly 6 out of the 10. Then that way you'll be deemed to have failed the test. So what happens if you fail the civics test or the English test? You'll be given 2 attempts to pass a retest on the portion that you failed. If you failed on the civics, that is what will be retested. If you failed on the writing or on the reading, that is what will be retested. Or if it's on the spoken part of the English test, that is what will be retested. And that can be attempted only after 60 to 90 days of your first interview, from your first interview. So what happens if you fail the second interview? Then automatically your application will be denied because you have failed to fulfill the basic educational requirement, and there will be no reimbursement of your fee. You will have to read and reapply afresh again, and you will start the process from zero in order to pass. So at the end of the interview, the USCIS officer gives you a notice of results from, that is Form N 652, that will tell you if you passed or failed, or your case was denied because you have been charged with murder or an aggravated felon, or failure to maintain physical presence in the United States as a requirement. Please keep subscribing, and remember this disclaimer: this information is for educational and informational purposes only. Thank you, and stay tuned.